But be the war within, the brand we yield unseen, the heroic breast not outward steeled. Earth hears no hurtle then from fiercest fray. That really pictured, it's a very good image of Hopkins' view of life generally, and of religious life in particular. That was a battle, and we either overcame that battle with the help of the Spirit, or you were overcome by it in the battle. And while honour has flashed off exploits, so we say, and those strokes once that gashed flesh or galled shield, should tongue that time now, trumpet now that field. And so on the fighter forges glorious day, on Christ they do, and on the martyr may. But be the war within, the brand we yield unseen, the heroic breast not outward steeled, earth hears no hurtle then from fiercest fray. You know, he held up the great example of heroic people, but he said the real battle is inside us. And that was the thing that stamped his spirituality, and stamped the spirituality, I think, of the society of his day. Because he goes on and says, yet God that hews mountains and continents, earth, all out, who with trickling increment, veins violets and tall trees, makes more and more, could crowd career with conquest, while there went those years and years by, of world without event, that in Mallorca Alonso watched the door. That the external, this was the other thing of Hopkins, the externals didn't matter that much. Whether you were in a very prominent position, whether you were doing great work, whether you were doing little work, like he was the porter, Alphonsus Rodriguez. Well, no one thought much of him, except those who got to know him very well. He was just the porter. But he said what mattered was the battle that went on in him that made him the man he was. And that, I suppose, is what was put before us as novices and as young Jesuits, that what really mattered was how our internal life went and how the life went externally. Did we do something heroic? Did we have very important positions? They were not important. I remember a master and officer used to take a place called Fumbo in Zambia. It seemed it was the dregs of a place. Zambia is by and large a lovely climate, but this was down in a valley, and it was considered really the back of beyond. And he used to say, well, now whether you spend your life in Fumbo or in Tongos, doesn't matter. What matters is what you make of the internal life.